The Sacramento Kings, they hung around until the final minute, but they fell 2-5 on the season after losing to the Denver Nuggets to wrap up their 4-game road trip on this Monday night in Denver, Colorado. Let's talk about it right now on our Kings related podcast and post game recap. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of our Kings-related podcast, wherever you may be. And this post-game recap of the Kings' final game of this 4-game road trip on this Monday night in Denver. But before we get into this recap, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. We are also available on all audio platforms, so please hit that follow button, rate 5 stars, and it'll be much appreciated. Sacramento Kings, they finished off their 4-game trip in Denver going 1, and despite a spiritual effort, the 3-time league MVP Nikola Jokic dominated this action as the Nuggets come away with the 6-point victory as the Kings fall 130 to 124. Overall, I enjoyed this game. I thought the Kings, they played hard, and I really loved the minutes. Nick Clifford and Russell Westbrook has shown why he deserves to be in this league in year 18. I know Zach, who was playing through back spasms, and he was questionable before the game. I'm not worried about that shooting night that he had tonight. You're going to have off night. It's an 82-game season. It's the grind. And quite frankly, Zach LaVine has been carrying this Kings team through first 6 games of this regular season. The good from this game, the Kings, they got impactful energy off the bench from Keon Ellis, Drew Eubanks, and Nick Clifford. And Clifford, who had a fun putback dunk in the first half to dazzle the Colorado fans who came out to support him as he played his college basketball at Colorado State. The Kings, they dug themselves a hole early in this game to start things off. And the Nuggets, who scored 39 points in the first quarter, and they were too solid throughout on Jokic's 34 points and 14 assists. And the Sacramento Kings never caught up to this game, and the Denver Nuggets, they held on to their lead for all 48 minutes of this ball game. The ugly from this game, Zach LaVine, who only had 11 field goal attempts, he finished with 15 points, and the Kings, they needed more intentional offense in getting the ball in LaVine's hands in the right spots. The king of the night for Sacramento, gotta give it to Russell Westbrook, who returned to Denver with his first game back since he helped that Nuggets team win 50 games last season. He led the team 26 points, 12 rebounds in this game, where he got the start for the Kings in this game. I thought you could say maybe Russell Westbrook, maybe the best player on the Kings in this game tonight. Just absolutely incredible. The Kings, they trailed this game after the first quarter, 39-30. DeRozan had 7 points for Sacramento. You had Sabonis and Westbrook each had 5 points after the first quarter. You had in the Nuggets was 6 from long range in that first quarter. And Jokic, 15 points in that first. Going into halftime, the Kings, they gave up another 70-point first half. They did it on Saturday, Milwaukee. They did it on this Monday night to the Denver Nuggets at the half, 72-61 Nuggets. Westbrook led the team with 16 points. You had DeRozan with 15 at the half. Sabonis, 11 points and 8 rebounds at the half. And then we go to, and then in that third quarter, the Kings were 1 of 11 in that third quarter of long range. And I thought a lot of the looks, they were good looks, but they weren't going down. 1 of 11 long range for Sacramento in that third quarter. And going into that fourth, the Nuggets, 104-93. Westbrook led the Kings 20 points. DeRozan 17. You had Sabonis 13 points and 14 rebounds. I went to the fourth. Schroeder had 12 points and 7 assists for the Kings, but it was too much Nikola Jokic in this game for the Sacramento Kings, and the game was right there for the taking for the Kings to possibly end this road trip 2-2. Instead, they're now 1-3 on this road trip and 2-5 overall to start this season through 7 games. But too many breakdowns defensively for the Kings in this game. And do you need to win to have a revenge game? Because Russell Westbrook played last season for that Nuggets team. He was a contributor to them winning 50 games, and he had a solid run in the playoffs for them last year. And Westbrook looked motivated in this game, on his way to a double-double with 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. Marcus Sabonis was battered and bruised throughout this game. And I hope he needs an ice bath after this because he injured his right shoulder. He took a bad shot to the ribs in the first half, and he got smacked in the face. Sabonis was playing football out there tonight instead of basketball. Sabonis, he battled through and he finished with a double-double. 13 points, 17 rebounds, and assists. Dennis Schroeder has quietly become the Sacramento Kings setup man. He was impactful in this game tonight. 18 points to go along with 9 assists and 4 rebounds. And this marked the 5th time in 7 games that Dennis Schroeder has posted 7 assists or more. Dennis Schroeder's quietly becoming, he's ramping it up here as we get closer. The king of the president of the mid-range committee. There's no science of slowing down for DeMar DeRozan. He just keeps getting to a spot where he pump fakes, and opposing players, they fall for those pump fakes every single time, and DeRozan just knocks down the jumpers. And DeRozan tonight, 19 points on 8 of 7 from the field, is absolutely incredible. Keon Ellis and Drew Eubanks, the bench dudes off the bench for the Kings tonight, they found ways to make a difference in this game. Ellis, 5 of 8 from the 3-point range, 15 points in 25 minutes off the bench. Eubanks, he got it going in that 2-man game with Russell Westbrook, and that second unit off the bench was really fun for the Kings. Eubanks scored 9 points shooting, and the Kings needed that with no Malik Monk, the second straight game because of personal reasons. Just solid minutes for both Eubanks and Keon Ellis in this game. And the rookie, Nick Clifford, is showing something, folks. He's bouncy. He's got a really good feel for this game. And the rookie who hasn't been able to get his offense going so far this season. He played the first game, then he missed next 3 games. This was his second game back from the hamstring injury, but he's made a nice impression in this game, particularly both on the defensive end. He scored a career high 8 points in this game. He also had 3 assists and a block in this game. So really nice showing from the rookie in this game. Though the Kings lost this game, so Kings fall in this game. They're now 2-5 on the season. They finish up this road trip at 1-3, and they play well. I think they had the best game of the season in Oklahoma City. They lost that game in Chicago where they gave up in the second half. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks, and then they fell to a really good Denver Nuggets team at night. So, like, if you want to look at some of the keys from this game, the Kings' defense are carved up in this game. Too many breakdowns defensively from the Kings because the game was right there for the taking. Russell Westbrook almost had a revenge game, even though he recorded his 525th career double-double tonight. I thought he played well, but it wasn't quite enough. The rookie, Clifford, I thought he had a strong performance, and he came into this season, Clifford did, with a lot of hype, especially being a late first round draft pick. Like, he's starting to show something. I thought he had some nice moments defensively, and maybe offensively, especially that back dunk in the I think it was the second half in that quarter where he had that back dunk. But the Denver Nuggets, in my opinion, I think they're the second best team in the Western Conference, just behind the Oklahoma City Thunder. And to beat this team, you got to play a full 48 minutes and not have any breakdowns defensively. And that's what the Nuggets, especially Jokic, did tonight in carving up the Kings' defense. Denver, they finished with 33 assists in this game. And while that number doesn't jump out as a wild game, it was how they were getting their assisted buckets tonight against the Kings. It was led by Jokic, and the Nuggets got whatever look they wanted against every defensive scheme that the Sacramento Kings tried. They threw the zone at the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets took advantage of the gaps in the zone defenses that the Kings were showing time and time again in this game. And when the Kings went man, they couldn't stop the pick and roll. And they were getting beaten off the dribble and on back cuts, and which is a brutal combination where they couldn't get any stops, especially down the stretch when they needed to climb back within 5 points of this game. In Sacramento, they fell behind 12 early, and the deficit hovered around the 10 to 14, 15 point range pretty much the entire game, and they couldn't climb out of it. It's those bad starts. You had a bad start in Milwaukee on Saturday, but fortunately, you won that game. You dug yourself out of that. But tonight, against a Nuggets team, a really good Nuggets team, you can't dig yourself a hole against great teams like you faced tonight and expect to climb out of it. You just can't. And another thing I want to point out is the minutes. Zach LaVine, 36 minutes. DeRozan, 35. Sabonis, 36. Westbrook, 37. Schroeder, 34. If you want to look at the Nuggets, Cam Johnson, 29 minutes. Aaron Gordon, 30. Jokic, 36. Ron, 31 minutes. Jamal Murray, 32. Your starters for the Kings playing too many minutes early on in this season. Keon Ellis, 25 minutes. Clifford, 18. Eubanks, 11. Evan Carter only played in the first half, 3 minutes. Your minutes Again, too many minutes for your starters. If you look at the Nuggets, more even base. Like you look at the bench, Hardaway Jr. 20 minutes, Bruce Brown 22, JV 11, like evenly almost. So that's one down spot if you're looking at the minutes. And if you want to look at you look at the numbers for the Kings, Kings +7 in the rebounding total, 40-40. That's break points 15-9 in favor of Sacramento. Defensive rebounds, the Kings, but they did a good job defensively rebounding the ball, 39-32. Like you look at the numbers, 52% shooting from the field for the Kings, 8 3-point attempts for the Nuggets. The Kings, 27. They had 12 in that first half for the Kings. They were 1 of 11 from 3 in the third. You've got to find a way to shoot more threes in today's NBA. Keon Ellis, who is by far your best 3-point shooter, around 40% range, he's got to play at least 30 minutes a game, in my opinion. So, Kings, they fall to a really good Nuggets team by 6, 130-124. Who was your player of the game tonight? Was it Russell Westbrook, Trudeau, or even Jokic? Let me know in the comments down below. And that will do it for this episode of our Kings related podcast. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. We are available on all audio platforms. Please hit that follow button, rate 5 stars, and that'd be much appreciated. We'll see you next time, Wednesday night, following the Kings and Warriors for another post-game recap as Sacramento begins a 5-game homestand. And it is not an easy homestand because you got Golden State, you got Oklahoma City, you got Minnesota, you got Atlanta, and you got these same Denver Nuggets coming to town. Not going to be easy, folks. So Kings are 2-5 now on the season, and I'll see you right back here for another post-game recap on Wednesday night's game after Kings and Warriors. As always, take care and go Kings.